Welcome to Monday. It's January 2nd. It's 11:11 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm not on the East Coast. You ever have that problem where your computer time is not where you are? I'm in the middle of Colorado. And we're going to talk about Montana today here in Ken's Pond in the podcast about payroll. We'll also talk about football games because we're a variety show here. Um, I want to make these interesting. Imagine you don't really have to look at the screen when you're listening to this YouTube video. This is kind of meant for driving. I'm talking because looking at the screen is oftentimes really boring when I'm doing Excel stuff. So, except for the really technical stuff, which I actually will get into as I talk about payroll today, because my day is going to be focused on testing out payroll in different states. I love to have this program just running and available for people to purchase and run their own small business payroll with it because it's just really great. That's all. And we're going to do Montana today. Maybe I'll even drive up to Eastern Montana and deliver this electronic file in person and eventually see because I like working with people all over the country and in different lines of work. So anyway, we're going to talk about Montana, but first we're going to talk about football because I did listen to football yesterday. And also, I made wagers even though I don't want to be focusing on wagering or sports algorithms. For all those people that are subscribed to this channel and want sports algorithms, I woke up this morning and before 9 a.m. I got all of the algorithms prepared for today. That's NBA, college basketball, and hockey, and NFL really, which we do have a football game here on Monday where we think Cincinnati will beat Buffalo. But yesterday, I didn't do it really or pay attention to it. I made my wager completely unrelated to it. I was like, I'm not going to mess around with the algorithms today. Yesterday on Sunday when it comes to football. So I bet against the algorithm a bunch of times and I lost. I bet the Bears and lost. I bet the Niners and won. I stayed away from the Chiefs game. I bet the Colts for some reason and lost. I bet the Steelers and won. They somehow won Sunday night against Baltimore. I don't know what happened there because I think the Steelers were losing most of that game, and then I woke up in the morning and they had won, and I was like, "Oh, that's so sad." What did Baltimore again blow a fourth quarter? Something it must have happened that way, right? So Steelers win. I bet the Falcons. No, I bet Arizona. I actually bet Arizona and I lost. Yep. I bet Arizona and I lost. I bet the Jets and lost. So at least that was the algorithm and I was missing. I bet Houston for some reason against Jacksonville because I'm terrible at betting and I lost. I bet the Packers and won. They crushed it. I bet the Chargers and won. I bet the Commanders and lost. Zach, what's his name? Why did we get that guy from Philadelphia? I want to say Zach Wertz, but that's not a real person. No, what's his name? The quarterback, the ginger. What is his name? I can't even remember. He shouldn't be playing anymore. Let's go with all Heineke all the time. I don't care how many interceptions he throws. Carson Wentz. Yeah. Nobody with a Z on the end of their name should be quarterbacking the Commanders anymore. They lose. I bet the Saints and won. That was weird. That's a good underdog line. I bet the Panthers plus 3.5 and lost, even though that bet totally should have won. Brady ruins me again. And I bet the Dolphins had lost. Unbelievable. I mean, talk about me picking losers. I just had to do this video to be like, I actually did bet on football yesterday. Totally didn't look at the algorithm and got my sandwich handed to me. When you could have just bet down the line winners and you only would have, all the way down to where the margin of victory is like 4, anything more than a field goal. It's all the way down to here. You go 9-2. Right? And the lines were bad here, but not bad here. And wow. So NFL does pretty well, and we'll see if Cincinnati wins tonight. So that's my football update. If anybody wants to, I'll put a link of ways to pay me in the description of this video. If you want one of the other algorithms today, I'm not going to talk about them or do anything about them because I don't want to focus on them. But if you want to send me money, I'll send you the work I did this morning, which took me about a half hour to get them all done. For all you who are monitoring them and updating them yourselves, yeah, I do take a look at them in the morning and then try to avoid it the rest of the day and do other things because I don't want to do it. But I do it. So if you want to send me money, I'll send you what I have. If you send me $5, I'm gonna be like, nah, man, I'll send you a snapshot of something. But if you want to send me like $50, I'll send you an algorithm. Great. So you want to send me $100? I'll send you all 3 or 4. There you go. All right. So we'll do that. Now, On to other work that actually matters and isn't about sports betting or sports, just payroll. So when you're, when you're running whatever your business is, you need to get certain information from your employees, and each state asks different questions. And so I've got a couple different versions of the payroll file. I've got one here in Google Sheets that I keep updated in real time. Like as we test this right now in Google Sheets, you'll see that you're going to get a paycheck that's going to pop out for this person in Montana. Let's see if it already works. Yeah, I think it does right here. It already works and it's already kicking out an amount. So we can test this amount against Paycheck City. I really support what they do. They offer a great free salary calculator that is extremely extensive in the questions that it asks, and it allows you to check it around. Check as you browse around, you can browse by state and do it by state. So, well, what do we do here? What kind of pay period frequency? Let's get everything right so that we get our paycheck set up so that we know we are testing apples to apples here. Well, this person, oh, sorry, we're not the Excel file, the Google sheet. I got multiple things going on. So we've got a Google sheet, and I also have an Excel file that I'm working on. And the Excel file I'm going to shrink down and is more powerful and can handle more employees and is something that I do custom, and that's an additional price, but you can buy that. But the Google sheet, if you're just trying to run stuff and sample stuff, this Google sheet is just becoming a really unbelievable resource for doing that really quickly. And here's what I mean. So I said, well, what's the status? What's the pay period frequency? What's going on here? You've got a Montana employee who's not married and has one MW4 allowance, which is the question they ask your employee to fill out, which is the Montana W4. And they do not care about you having a Montana filing status here where the state filing status is. If you type in MT and then you start to see what's available from Montana filing statuses, they don't need one. Apparently it doesn't matter for their rate. So those things are the employee's information. What about the pay period and the business and everything? We're looking at a weekly payer. So 52 pay periods in the year. So this is a weekly payer. And this pay stub that we're looking at is a $1,435 gross pay stub. So we can test that really easily. It is per pay period, weekly. Is it 1435 it was? Yep. And then the person is using a new W4 from 2020 or later, and that has a different set of questions, but we want people to have new W4s, so have your employees fill out new W4s. Even if they hadn't filled one out for years, have them do it, get it correct. What's their filing status on that W4? It's single. Are there any dependents and stuff? There's nothing there, but there is from Montana one allowance. And now we're going to calculate, and it's going to give you a pay stub. And it's going to say $166.86 federal, 75 state. 167 because we round to the dollar for our federal, but it is correct. 88.97, 2081, yes. So 2023 Montana rates, as expected, are testing accurately. And it's that easy. You just put in your hours for your employee here, or you put in your weekly pay information here. So browse to the right, it's right here. And you can condense and hide this stuff. So basically you can only look at what you want to look at. It doesn't get as cluttered when you're using it in practice, because you've hidden a lot of these things that you don't need. You don't need to see this up top. Certain things you don't need to see. It becomes a lot easier to enter in information. So I'm going to condense down Montana and get it out today. And I'm also doing other payroll work, testing a bunch of other states, because you can see here that I spent all of December really going through every single state and testing them, but there were still ones that hadn't announced. They may have announced now. So now that we're January 2nd, I'm getting all that current and really just flowing right through it today, because as you can see, a lot of these are complete. And the revised date here, when you're looking at the note, this is the note that I have about each state. I have notes and links. So I've got the last time that I revised the rates, right? So you can see that this is not say January 2023 for New Jersey. It says December, meaning I don't know if they've changed yet. So we'll search today and try to find an answer to that. Same thing for Ohio. I know Ohio was going to publish a booklet. And if we go to this link, they might have that booklet up. So we'll check that today for sure. But a lot of these that say revised January 2023, those really should be accurate. And I will obviously double check them as we roll through today, but there's no reason that those should be incorrect. And Montana, I believe, was one of them today. Yeah, as I had got the new booklet already up there. So payroll in Excel and payroll in Google Sheets for 2023, they're really coming along. And I see, I've never seen it this ready to go this early, and I'm not super stressed out. And as people order them and I create them, I'm having not a lot of trouble getting these things out to everybody every day because it's seeming like a manageable workflow. So that's my update for Monday. Good luck, everyone. May payroll be easy. May all your picks be winning. Everything be good on this January 2nd, 2023.